Alright, so the last parts that you see here makes up now the waist unit and the weaponry, because that's like the last few things that's on this kit. So let's take care of the waist unit first. First off, we'll need this, and then this guy. I'm going to put it through here, like that. So it looks like this. I'm going to take this, and mind you, do not cut this off. And you want to put this guy, put like this in this position. So you want to do this position, and then bring it down, and then slide it through here, supposedly. Yeah, I think that's it. Then this part goes like this. Here. This part goes here. And this part goes here. Well, I thought I had the ball there, but I guess not, because I didn't get it. There we go. The ball joint goes here. Then we have these two parts. One goes there, the other one goes here. And you can bring it up like that or whatever. There are decals, stickers that goes on this to turn the tips of this area white. So, and there's another sticker that goes here. Clearly we're not going to have to worry about that. But that completes the waist unit. Let's finish up this here, the weaponry, and it should be fairly simple. The gun, let's put these two together like so. May have to glue them. I see some markings that I have to sand off, so that's good. The whoops. Okay, where'd you go? There you are. Let me just review this before I do it. Okay. So we just take these two guys together, put them together like so, and then the blade goes right here. The Rambo blade. Wow, that's actually really nice. There's this part that is used to hold the weaponry, but for that you have to remove this part. We'll do that later on. And it goes to, of course, the final part would be the shotgun assembly. We have this part that goes here. And then we have the stock part, this little thing here. The other way around, I can think it is. And this can be turned and do this, or the other way around, I think it is. No, it's the other way. Interesting. Well, at least now I'm seeing it in the manual. It's in this position. So let me just revert it back to the way it was. There we go. So we just leave it the way it is. And there are two parts here. This one goes here. This one goes there. And then this one is the actual connection to the pumping action, which I did have to sand down because there was a seam line there, and it's actually in reverse. Let me remove it and put them out like that. I'll have to revisit this and sand it down, make sure it's nice and even. Nice, I like that. and then that goes like this. But why is it? You know what? It's the other way around then. Yeah, it's the other way around. I didn't realize it until now. So it'll just have to be like that. Okay. The weaponry are done. Let's now put this kit together and see how it looks. Okay. Here are all the parts to make up that makes the Arbalest. Let's put it together and see how it looks. Begin with the legs. Oops. There we go. So that goes there. That goes here. Alright. That completes that part. And then you have the right arm. Followed by the left arm. Then we put the head on. Then we have the body. And then of course the hands. There we go. Well, that is a very, very nice looking kit. Nice and kind of, I don't know, it makes me feel a little weird looking at it up close. I mean, I remember seeing, somebody asked me, have I ever watched Full Metal Panic? And I said, yeah, yes, I have. I watched the entire, all 4 seasons of it. I remember watching, you know, the first episode, the first season, the second season, the third. The third, and then the 4th season, which is technically the Invisible Victory, which of course is what sparked all the new model kits that just came out from Bandai. But never have I, you know, was able to see it up close. Like this is a model kit version. I had the SD one, which I don't know where it is. I don't see it in my site. I may have to put it in storage, but it is a nice kit also. But this one's nicer. I like this. Could have easily purchased a big, large-scale version from Kia, but this one's good. Yeah. So you have the hands, as you can see here, and one of the gimmicks I've seen here in the manual, which I'm going to try to see if I can simulate, is it doing a bending like so. And then we're going to take this hand off, put this one here, and doing like, I'm just relaxing my hand here, but I don't know if that has to. I don't think I've seen a Gundam do that. Just double check the manual again. Yeah, like that. Let me bring the camera down a bit so you can see this. Yeah, that is very posable. Very posable. There is one thing, of course, of this posability that it does not have is the actual waist joint is all one solid part, and sometimes you'll have parts that will, the waist joint will have the ability to bend, because there's two parts. It bends either this way or in like separate, that can go back and forth or go in front and back. This one's all solid, but regardless, it's still very posable for what it can do. One thing that I'm a bit I'm laughing at every time I look at it is the hands. It has webbed hands. I mean, understandably, I could easily get a knife and start cutting that off and sawing it off a bit so it can be a lot easier and clearer. But I don't see myself using these hands for this kit. But yeah, this is actually very nice. I kind of like the pose of this. And I think if I can remove this hand and put this one here, that's even nicer. There you go. So I'm just waiting to kill somebody. Sanding, I'm going to need to sand this down a little bit more because there's a lot of scarring there. So I'm going to have to get my 800 and 1000 grit sanding paper. But here we go. So we have the shotgun. And I'm going to put the stock up so that way it looks like that. Be a lot easier that way. And then of course we have a lot of weapon options here. We have the blade, which can go here. That's actually really nice. I like that. And we have the assault rifle, which I think we can put that here, but I'm going to have to pop that out. I don't see no problems with putting on weaponry on this kit. I do like this machine gun. Oops, and I didn't realize that the camera was a little too close. I'll bring it up. Oops, bring it up a bit. There we go. There we go. Now there is one thing that I'm seeing as a big issue, and maybe I'm doing it wrong, but give me a minute, I'm trying to pose it here. These two white parts here where the feet are, because I want to paint them, I don't want to push them down all the way, because then I'm afraid that I'm going to have a hard time popping it out, which I'm thinking is what's hindering the foot from bending forward. It can bend backwards, but it doesn't bend forward, so I don't know if that's the case. So I'm trying to not forcefully bend it, and then it automatically breaks. That's something that I'm kind of hoping that when I do finish painting it, and then I push this in all the way, that's not a problem. But yeah, so that's the only minor gripe I'm having right now with the posability. The other thing, of course, is the fact that as beautiful and well designed that Bandai has done with this, I didn't realize that I now have to take out each and every part off, except for the weaponry, the part of the arm right here, which is like inside this trim part. There are 3 white parts which I can actually keep together, so I can paint it together. Obviously I find workarounds to paint all parts together, but a lot of this you definitely need to take apart. Even the smaller parts, like the part here on the chin. So that's going to take me some time to remove, make sure they're sanded down, and then begin the painting process, so that way I can cover everything. And speaking of painting, so I want to discuss the colors that I'm going to be using. For the most part, the white. I picked up some paints that I haven't had the opportunity to try. So one is this one, Gundam Colors for Builders. This is ARX-7 white version anime color. I'm going to use this on this guy for the white. For the guns and the hands and the joints, I'm going to be using Zeonic MS Gray semi-gloss right there. Now this is where things get a little dicey. The dark blue tones, where the calf leg is, the foot, this trim part here, the part that's here behind the back, I'm sorry, the side of the shoulder. Oh, come on, stay forward, please. Or I can do this. There we go. Basically, the darker, the purple tone. I'm going to be using Titan's Blue 2. I think I was going to use Titan's Blue 2. Now I'm just thinking about it. No, I'm going to be using Titan's Blue 1, which is technically the darker tone, while the lighter tone is the bluer tone right here. Yeah, I'm now kind of second guessing myself on this, but I want to use both of these color tones for the two different tones. I know one's lighter than the other. Or get rid of you. So the darker tone will be this, while the lighter tone I want to use this silver chrome color tone, which I think would be probably probably not the best choice to use this on that, because I think the chrome, this color tone would be nice on a different light. I don't want to do metallic. I'm actually doing something else. Just checking my storage. I think I have something for that. I mean, you know what? Forget the silver. I'm going to use a gray tone, 365 for this. Yeah, I think so. And then for the yellow, I'm going to use the MO005 Pure Yellow by Moda. So I'm going to use all these color tones. And I think what I'll probably do, okay, this is a bit of an experiment. I could probably paint those colors dark and then repaint it with this color. That way the gray will be a darker tone. I don't have this color, unfortunately. And I have one that's somewhat similar to it. Wait a minute, now that I just thought about it right now. That's right. I do have this one, which was the Superiority Blue. That would be perfect for this. So, give me that. There's very, very little here, but there's very little parts here. So, there we go. Now I got the paints that will paint this guy. So, let me clean up the table. Let me start removing all these parts together, cleaning it up, find out what I missed, put them on trees, and begin painting the Arbalest.